What is up, you schmoob? It is your girl Keys, you player partner pimp off in the kid nuts. I am at Publix. I just left the gym and I had a long, awesome workout. I feel so freaking amazing. So I decided to do a video. Yeah. I want to do a video pretty much explaining who Vayu Yama is, because I said in my new reintroduction video that I was gonna tell you guys who Vayu Yama was, right? So let me just explain how she first came about, okay? So when I was in the 8th grade, I was really into writing a lot. When I was little, I wanted to be three things when I grew up. I wanted to be an actress, a writer, and a movie director or producer or script writer, anything like to do with the movies or, writing, acting, stuff like that. And so I wrote a lot when I was little. Especially in the 8th grade was when I wrote the most. I wrote like small stories and things like that. I loved reading too. I read a lot. I was really into Harry Potter type books, but I didn't read Harry Potter, but Harry Potter type books, like magical books with fictional books and stuff like that. I was also into like Goosebumps books and scary stories and things like that. And like Animorphs and like weird books and stuff like that. That's what I was into when I was in middle school. So pretty much my writing was pretty similar to that. I did have some like more non-fictional stuff, some more reality type based things, but for the most part I like writing like fictional stuff, like magical, mystical type books and things like that. So in the 8th grade, I was writing a lot. I wrote like some small short stories, like scary stuff. But there was one book in particular which just was my pride and joy, honestly, because I was so just proud, and this book was just everything to me. So pretty much I remember sitting in front of my mom's computer. She had the big white desktop computer, and I was just sitting there, and I was like, I had it in my mind, the idea that I wanted to write what I wanted to write about. So I started thinking about the main character's name in my head. Literally, I didn't go to no source or anything to try to find her name out. I literally remember it coming off the top of my head. I was thinking about the setting, and it's pretty much like a modest Asian type village, like an Asian village, not like anything rich or fancy, just like a modest Asian village. And so I knew the main character was going to be of Asian descent, and I was just thinking of her name, and I was like, what's a cool name, like Asian, like what like a warrior, what could her name be? And I came with the Vayu Yama. The spelling and everything came from the top of the dome. Like I was just like, I wrote it down how it came to me, like how it sounded when I pronounced it. And that's exactly how I spelled it. Vayuyama, her first and last name. So yeah, pretty much the story, right? The story was about this Asian girl named Vayu and her mother. I don't remember much from the story, right? Because I don't remember much because it was 8th grade. But I remember I just was so proud of finishing this book. But anyway, so her name was Vayu. She lived in like an Asian modest village with her mom. So her mom got bit by I believe it was a spider. I believe her mom got bit by a spider. I'm not sure because I'm not sure if it was a spider or a snake, but I really believe it was a spider that she got bit by. And even though I wrote the book, so her mom got poisoned by the spider, and she pretty much went into a coma and stuff. And pretty much Vayu, princess. She wasn't like a princess. Not really. She wasn't a princess or anything. she was just a regular old girl, really, that lived in a village and had to do what she had to do. Her mom got bit. Her mom went to a coma, and she wanted to save her mother. So she So she went off on a journey. She pretty much went off on a journey to find the cure for her mom's poison bite to bring her mom back. Um, so yeah, man, I don't remember much, but I do remember like her going through a lot of like crazy stuff. Like I remember her fighting dragons, and like she went into this shop with like monsters were like selling stuff at the shop is like weapons and stuff like that. The monsters were selling stuff like that. Man, the book, I was so proud of this book, man. It was so lit for real. So yeah, and I also remember like halfway through her like journey, she met this guy, and like, and they had to like fight some type of monster in like a forest setting. And they fought it together, and so pretty much at the end of the book, Vayu, she ended up, of course, finding the cure. She had her man, okay? She had her man or whatever. She found the cure, everything worked out in the end. She was that girl, she became she went from a regular girl in a village, regular chilling, to like a warrior. She became like a warrior, and she blasted on him. And yeah, I was so proud of this book. I was so proud of this book that I was really into language arts in middle school too, because I was like, I wanted to be a writer, so I was like really into language arts. So I took this book, I printed it off. I printed it off, and it was like pretty thick. It was pretty thick when I printed it off, man. And I took it to my 8th grade teacher. I don't remember her name, man. My 8th grade language arts teacher, and I took it to her. And I asked her, can she read it for me and like edit it and, tell me what she think? Because I didn't really have anybody else to go to. I felt like she was a language arts teacher, so she knew about, how writing's supposed to go and grammar and all that. I just wanted, her opinion and whatever. Man, I never heard back from her. I never got her opinion on it. I don't even know if she read it, honestly. But my mom's computer ended up getting a virus. Back in the day, them old computers, it ended up getting a virus and wiped everything off. And pretty much after that, like, I don't know, man. I guess I kind of like stopped. I stopped writing for real. I stopped writing, and I don't know. My dreams are just crushed, and I was just so sad that I lost all of my work that I had written, and I never like really picked back up on it until now. But that was sad though. Like, so yeah, that was in 8th grade. That was way back when, 8th grade. So here's where it gets juicier. Okay, I hope y'all still watching because it's about to get juicy. Okay, so like, what year was this? 2015, I believe. It was 2015 where I just remembered the main character's name. I always remember her name. I always remember how to spell it. Even I ain't remember much everything that happened in the book. I always remember her name and how to spell it. So for some reason, like, I just Googled it. I don't know. For some reason, I just really thought my book could go down like for the Nobel Peace Prize. I don't even know what award that is. It probably has nothing to do with writing. But I really thought like my teacher could have like took the book and like put it on, like gave it to somebody, and it just became big. Like, that was my thoughts in my head. Like, my book it's probably out there somewhere. Anyway, so I Googled her name, Vayu Yama. Here's where it got interesting. I Googled her name, and what came up was Vayu, Yama separately are actually two gods, two deities of Hinduism. Vayu is actually the god of air, wind, and Yama is the god of the underworld, god of death, god of judgment. So it's just crazy because so much stuff happened after that. I can't even get into the whole story, but it's like everything in my life was leading up to this. I believe I might have been Hindu in a past life. Honestly. So, but it's just like everything came full circle, like, and just like my life has been like so spiritual, like it's always been spiritual, and I knew that name, that it was on my brain. I came from my head, and it was actually linked to Hindu deities, and I actually definitely, and I was already into like Hinduism like a little bit. So that was the crazy part. I was already like reading up on some stuff. But anyways, so the it's called the Rich Vedas, or the Vedas, Rich Vedas, is pretty much the books that talk about the Hindu the Hindu gods, the Hindu deities and stuff like that. So I read up on them a little bit, and it was just crazy. Vayu, the god of air, they say like they're both male gods, but the god of air, he 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 carried around a cure, like a cure, an elixir, and that's so crazy because Vayu, like in the book that I wrote, she went looking for a cure. You know what I'm saying? And then the god of the underworld, the god of death, the god of judgment. I mean, it's kind of similar because she was laying to rest some monsters and demons and all that stuff that needed to be judged, and she was Blade off in that thing, even Triller. So she was like a warrior princess, and it was just like the gods. Before I even knew about them, they like were already linked to my story. So it was just so crazy. Like I was like, wow, like I was meant that was meant to happen. Like, and yeah, it's just such a big part of my life, just spirituality. And I'm not like I'm the type of person, I want to learn as much as I can, and I will learn from all type of religions: Buddhism, Hinduism, Christianity, Islam, Muslim. What? Yeah, I'll learn from all of them. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like stuck to one. I'm just really about spirit and the Most High. The Source, God. You feel me? Higher self, anybody, energy. You feel me? So, which is in all of us. All of us have God in us because He made us in His image. He is all in all of us. So, call him my energy. So, yeah, man. That is who Vayu Yama is. And that's why in 2015, like the name just, like I had my Instagram, like I named my Instagram, my Snapchat, the name, like I was just like, wow, like the name is so significant. And so that's it, guys. That's really all I but okay, that's really all I got to say. They closed up in here, so I'm about to get up out of here. I hope you guys enjoyed that story time of Vayu Yama. If you have any questions, just let me know. I'm gonna start leaving an email in my description box. I'm gonna leave my email out there, and I wanted to let you guys know too that I'm gonna change the name of my channel soon. So it's not gonna be Vayu Yama, but I want to keep the name, alive. But that's all I wanted to say, and I will see you guys in my next video. And never forget, we win in wellness. Okay, peace.